And hello and welcome back to part 3 of my guide to the realm of the Mad God. Now, my name is Del, and like always the music is from di.fm. This time we will be listening to some trance, because I think it fits pretty good the place where we are about to head. So in part 1 we covered the basics, in part 2 we covered the basics of leveling safely. But now we will be heading to more dangerous areas. So first of all, I told you about the servers and what kind of servers you should be looking forward to. Usually try to go to highly populated servers, which would be Asia right now at the time of the moment when I'm recording this. So try to, by the way, learn about the time zones yourself. I will not be teaching about them for now, but you can keep on trying on yourself if you're not familiar about the time zones and different locations. But anyways, we want to go to highly populated server like this one. And now, since we are already above level 10 and we do have decent amount of health, we can actually survive by going to this area where there is tons of people, which is also known as the godlands. Not always there is tons of enemies or people here, but quite often there is some sort of groups, at least in the godlands, especially in highly populated servers, so you can find it quite easily. But this is kind of small group still, but as you can see we get tons of experience already from only couple of the monsters, and don't mind if you get blinded, just be paying attention to the minimap at all times, and you know that if there is enemies behind you and so on, so that you don't accidentally run into them. But when you first come here, look out for those green bolts. Seriously, I cannot stress this out enough. Look out for those green spiky bolts slowly coming towards you, because that means that there is a Medusa nearby, and Medusas are one of the most dangerous monsters to kill new players in this game, and they're actually the monsters that have killed most people in the game in total. Don't mind the yellow ones too much. They belong to Ents, but they're not as dangerous as the Medusa bolts or the Medusas. The Medusa bolts themselves aren't that dangerous, but Medusas also do have a different ability, which is a bomb, and that bomb can actually be shot from outside the screen, and when you move towards them, the bomb can actually explode instantly, dealing 150 damage, which is the max damage that it deals, and it is reduced by your defense, but you only reduce 1 point of damage per 1 defense, so at max you can only reduce it by something like 50 or so. There we go, I got hit by the Medusa bomb and I lost 146 damage instantly. But it's not too dangerous to get like 1 hit, but it's still good to avoid it. Basically just try to stay behind these kind of groups, just try to stay behind them and move slowly backwards away from the enemies, and keep paying attention that there is nothing behind you, and you will be getting actually good amount of experience here. But well, the group got to me, so I don't have to actually teleport to others here, so let's keep on following these guys, and pretty soon we should actually be reaching the level 20 already, which is quite amazing considering that we are only in 3rd part and we basically just started leveling. But the key on actually surviving in the godlands is all about knowing your enemies. Basically know how each and one of these moves and how they attack and so on. And by the way, another good thing about these kind of groups is that they actually do use healing spells on you and their self, so it helps you to survive better than if you were to be alone, especially with classes that cannot heal. So it's a good idea to start off by staying in these kind of groups, but you don't want to stay with these guys forever, sadly. Even though it's a co-op shooter by the name, or it markets itself to be co-op shooter, there will be moments later on when you do actually want to be on your own, but those are not important for now. Anyways, most of these monsters in the godlands are actually pretty easy to dodge and not that dangerous, except those guys on the right. Oh, let's use my healing potion now. And there we go, I got a level up. Be careful about those bombs. They have huge range, but you can actually learn about the ranges quite fast and how far they hit. Like you saw me just standing there right next to it and not caring too much about them. But that comes from experience. Don't try to be too daring at first. If something comes towards you and starts shooting at you with balls that look dangerous, just move away. Just keep moving away. And keep shooting in their general direction to kill them, basically. But now I should be starting to teach you more about the monsters here. I have already told you about the medusas and those green bolts that you keep seeing flying towards me. Anyways, I should actually get a little bit further away from this group and I should go try to find some monsters on my own. Let's see, what do we have here. First of all, we have the flying brains. They are pretty damn easy. You can just keep on moving like little bit to one direction and they will always keep on missing you. They don't deal that much of damage with those bolts, but when you don't have much of defense, they shoot fast and they shoot often, so it can deal some damage if you don't dodge them, but they are one of the least dangerous monsters in the godlands. Anyways, then there is these constructs, and this is another thing I cannot stress enough. In 90% or 95% of the cases, you cannot kill these guys. You just cannot kill them. And by the way, the main boss is about to summon us, so I will try to keep this short for now. Oh, let's see. What do we have next? Let's see if I can find all of them in 2 minutes. Here we have White Demon. They just recently got nerfed, so they aren't actually that dangerous. You can just easily keep on dodging most of their hits, but those bolts they shoot, they are actually armor piercing, so I'll actually take that for now. They can hurt you even if you have armor, and they will ignore it, so it can be a little bit dangerous. And then there is the medusas. They aren't actually that dangerous as I make image of that. Basically, the easiest way to kill the medusas are just by running around them, because they will try to aim at your location, and what this means is that you can just keep on running around them and they will always be missing you. And here we have an beholder, which is these eye things, and they are actually pretty easy to dodge. They have two attacks. One of them is that really slow bolt that tries to shoot towards you, which is really easy to dodge, and another one is the blind. The blind can be kind of dangerous if you're not familiar of your surroundings, but that's one of the main things why I like to keep this kind of camera control, because it also allows you to stay safe. It allows you to stay safe in that sense that you always know which direction you have been coming from, so that way you can usually avoid getting hit. Anyways, then there is these end guards. They're actually pretty easy. They don't hit too hard, and you can keep on backing away at first when until you get good defense. But they try to predict your movement, so if you keep moving up and down, up and down, up and down, in front of them or left and right, if you're below and above them, you can actually avoid all of their attacks because they kind of keep on missing you. Anyways, here the Oryx is kinda interrupting me and it's summoning me to his place, but I could actually show you this place for now and then return more into this godlands grinding in the next episode. So for now, let's just go do this final boss and see what we can do here. If I happen to die, I might just create a new character, but since I'm already level 16, I shouldn't be too close to die, at least. But like always, just try to stay safe, try to follow people at first until you become more familiar with the places where you are at and so on. And once you start learning how all the monsters move and what they do. Basically, there is a couple of really dangerous things about this place. First of all, those little eye thingies, those are actually really dangerous, but more so in the later parts of the games. Like you saw him just kill 2 players instantly. Basically those guys, they do shoot fast and they do pierce your armor, so even if you are higher level player, they can actually kill you quite fast. So that's something to pay attention to. But these little guys, they're actually quite easy to run away, but they are kinda dangerous. They do surprisingly much damage if you let them to get close to you. And the eyes are pretty harmless, if I can find one. Let's see, I try not to go too close. There you can see some of these eye guys, which I like to call them, because they seem to have one huge eye middle of their head. And then there is this bug thingies, and you shouldn't be paying attention too much to these guys for now. The way you get rid of them is that you kill basically the guy who keeps summoning them, but it's kinda hard when you are low level. But once you get further in the gear and so on, and you can actually get a little bit closer to them, it's quite easy to kill those people off that keep summoning those little guys. And those little guys are actually infinite, so you cannot just keep on killing them and hoping that they will stop coming. So here we have the quiet bombs, and the effect quiet actually it reduces your mana to 0, and while you are silenced for a little bit, it all depends on the guy who actually does the silence in the sense of how long it actually takes to silence to last. But if you are silenced or quieted, during that time you cannot get your mana back, so even if you use magic potions and you are quieted, it will just use the potion and will not give you anything good in return. So try not to waste your mana potions right after you have been silenced. And here we have the statues. They're actually pretty easy to kill and not that dangerous. They have actually 2 phases. First of all, when they pop up, let's see if we can find any that pops up. See, there one of them I think just attacked or something. No, there we go. One of them attacked, and soon after you attack them, they will go into that state that they start healing. So don't bother try to kill them at that point, but just nuke them down once they have stopped that part. And as you can see, someone commenting that this is so loud, that's because there's tons of people here fighting, so it gets really annoying when there's so many people shooting the bolts at once. I can actually show you quickly how annoying it is. Let's see, does it work? Oh, I need to turn on the music. Oh, there we go. That will help this. Let's keep the sounds off. Thank you. Much better. Anyways, then there is these 2 mini bosses. They are actually not that dangerous. They can be dangerous if you don't have much of defense, but for now you shouldn't be minding them too much. Anyways, once you kill one of them, the other one will instantly heal itself, and then it will go and throw. Well, I should have shown that better, but I was busy doing stupid stuff. Anyways, basically what happens is the other guy will go and throw that kind of sword that you have to destroy, and the sword will start paralyzing anything around it and deal damage. So if you are right next to the middle area, you will get paralyzed and most likely you will die. So right after you kill first of those brutes, do not go to the middle of the place. Let's go dance, because I like dancing. Anyways, in here you see these bombs flying towards you. Basically, they will be dealing damage, but that's about only dangerous thing about this phase. It's not actually that hard to stay in here, even as a low level, if you know what you are doing. But this next part is actually more dangerous if you don't have decent defense, because these little bolts, let's see if I can get hit one by one, they deal a lot of damage, like you can see, if you don't have high defense. But once you get more defense, you can actually just stay close to that boss in that phase and keep damaging it. And unlike in the first phase, basically the dance phase that I was in, in that phase the boss won't make you weakened, and you will deal full damage. Basically, if you're weakened, you will only deal partial of your max damage. And then comes the noob killing phase. Basically, don't stay too close after that previous phase ends. Don't stay too close to the Oryx, because you will instantly get nuked by one of those bolts and they deal tons of damage. Anyways, sadly I didn't get further in the Oryx fight, but I will be getting into Oryx more and more once I get better and better gear, so I can actually show you all the phases properly. And actually, we got some loot too. Hey, we got a Rage Talon Dagger. Not bad at all. It's not too amazing. This weapon is actually tier 9 weapon, so it's better than anything that you can find from the Godlands. So quite good, quite good. Let's escape to Nexus, and like I said, when you start getting better stuff like this, you should always instantly go to your vault and deposit it here until you start getting better stats and you are actually not going to lose them, and so on. And let's deposit these two. So let's get back to the Godlands and let's get back to grinding. Soon enough we will actually be able to start soloing. We don't have to be dependent on other people anymore. But let's see. I think this is our best bet for good group because it has the most people. And here we should have a decent group, and they're actually killing an event boss. If you get teleported next to these quest monsters, do not stay there if you're just leveling up, because these guys, they don't actually give that much of experience, and they can be really dangerous. So if there is the groups just killing those, try to find either different kind of group that's killing the gods, or just try to find a new server altogether or new realm. Anyways, we are almost at level 20, so just in a moment, I can actually get better planned. I think I did, but yeah, for now, let's take that one too, for our different characters. So in a moment I will be getting level 20, and after that I will start showing you more of the other classes and so on, and showing you what kind of things you should be doing. I won't be showing you how I level every single character to max, but that I will leave off screen, but I will in the next episode tell you more about the... Actually I think I'll save the Necromancer for that stat rolling. Yeah, definitely, because I do want to have a good Necromancer on this account, as Necromancers are one of my favorites. Anyways, now that we are level 20, we actually do have our experience bar changing to fame bar. So what this means is that instead of getting experience, now we start getting more and more fame. We have been getting fame constantly while we were actually leveling up, so it's been part of this game already, but you just haven't been able to see your fame until you get to max level. But that's not actually something you should be stressing yourself about too much, because basically what fame does is that you can buy certain items with them. For example, one of the best items here, the Amulet of Resurrection, can be only bought with a lot of fame. As you can see, you need 11,500 fame to achieve it. But what this actually does is that it prevents your character from dying once, and if you happen to be about to die, or if you so-called die when you are using Amulet of Resurrection, it will destroy the amulet and it will just instantly teleport you to the Nexus. So you will be teleported out of the place where you were, and basically the other items and your stats will be saved. So it's a really good item to have, but you shouldn't be using these too early when you are still getting familiar in the game. Don't mind if you die, it happens to everyone and it's part of the game. And sooner or later you will be dying in this game no matter what. Even if you are pretty much the best player in the game, you will still die every now and then for a reason or another. There might be lag, there might be sudden unexpected things happening and so on and so on. Anyways, I think this pretty much covers this episode, but for now I'll actually go and save some of these items to the bank, and let's see. Yes, this was actually better one, so this one we can just throw away, and this one I want to save. This one I want to save for now. It's kind of bad rope, but it's better than nothing, and let's use this for now. I do want to find some better rings though, and why the hell not? Let's bring the health potions with us, because there is no reason not to. Anyways, now what you should be doing, you shouldn't delete your character like you can do by pressing this button. You shouldn't delete your character once you get to level 10-20, but you should instead go and die. Just go and die so you get the fame, because if you delete your character you will not actually get the fame. So just go to a server and then teleport to middle and yell something like, "I will regret nothing," and then just run into, get some shotguns. There we go, some heavy shotguns from the Tien, one of the weakest gods in the game. Anyways, in the next episode, I think I should actually show you the gods in the next episode. Have more in-depth guide for the gods. Here you can see, by the way, the people who have died and what kind of gears they were using and so on and so on. But you shouldn't pay too much attention to this right now. And as you can see, I actually got a lot of fame, a lot more than I got. And why is this? Is because I actually got some achievements. This one you will get when you die first time, and actually I think this is one. No, the firstborn means that you got better fame than your previous one at this character, and there's the ancestor. And friend of cubes means that I didn't kill any single cube and so on. And if you keep stacking enough of these achievements, you can actually get pretty damn decent fame boosts. Like you can see here, I actually got double of the fame that I got, but this one is pretty much free at first. You won't be getting these too much in future, but sometimes it might be funny to save these ones for someone with really high fame. You shouldn't be minding these too much. And also here is your accuracy. With high accuracy you can actually get fame bonuses, but I will be teaching you more about how to get fame later on. But for now I will just create a priest, and in the next episode I will have my priest something like level 15, and I will show you more about the gods and how to kill them. Anyways, until then.